Today we're going to be going over this motorcycle Lowside. Now this was not intentional. He wasn't rushing, he wasn't doing anything crazy. It's just that there was something on the ground that caused traction loss for the tires. So we're going to go over what happened here, and he actually told me he does have some injuries, so we're going to kind of talk about that and why you guys should wear full gear. Spoiler alert, he was wearing full gear, still got injured. Let's go ahead and talk about this. Before we jump into this, if you want to know what type of gear, what type of stuff to get, especially if you're a brand new rider, I have my ebook right now. It's actually pretty cheap. If you join Patreon at the $15 level, you'll get entered into a brand new motorcycle and get my ebook for free. So be entered in the giveaway and get the ebook. Boom, right there. Links in the description and the first comment. Check it out, see if you like it. But anyways, let's jump into this one and move forward just a little bit. So AJHD actually gave me some context here, and right away you can kind of see that there is some type of discoloration in the road. Now, when you're actually riding, it's really hard to see. It's not something that you're going to pick out right away, have enough time. But this is also something you need to be paying attention to. You need to see what type of road surface area is, it could possibly kill you. It could be grass clippings, it could be gravel, it could be snow, black ice, oil, water, whatever it is, a big old 2x4, a naked lady in the middle of the road you're going to run over. All these different things could cause a problem, especially in your path of travel. So right here, very difficult to see. So, he couldn't see it in time, and that's what happened. So there was some type of oil loss. And if you watched yesterday's video when the guy did the wheelie, came down and then dumped the bike because he slammed the brakes, and I talked about seeing those handlebars move. That's exactly what it looks like from the point of view of us. If we're riding, the handlebars just kind of dumped down. Now this was caused by an external force, so it's going to be caused by the road surface. Now what happened with the guy in the wheelie was a panic brake. So two different kinds of traction loss, two different reasons of traction loss, but this is one of them. So he's going to go ahead and dump the bike, and I really want to talk about what happened here. So he was able to hold on to it, which is pretty cool, but he said he thought he was all right. Now what he said in here is that yes, I had full gear on after my first crash where I melted all the skin on my right arm off. I have always gone out in full gear. Very good. So he learned from his lessons. Armored chinos with Kevlar inserts, proper jacket, bike, boots, etc. My hip took a huge hit regardless of me having hip protectors on it too. Now he says, if you could please talk about the absolute stupidity of carrying a disc lock or any chunky metal in your pockets while riding, or thick bracelets, even like my watch right here, on your wrist. The disc lock probably caused the hip damage. I had a similar crash where that made me high side last April, where I fractured my wrist, the one with the thick bracelet on, even though I had full gear on. So that right there is exactly what I talk about when you have stuff in your pockets. It can create a leverage on your soft tissue. It can actually cause soft tissue damage, but it can also cause fractures in your bones. So be very careful of what you keep in your pockets. If you can, put as much as you can in backpacks, but I can see why somebody would put something in their pocket. It's just easy. But just be aware of that, understand that, just in case this type of stuff happens to you. I really just want to showcase AJHD's comments about not having stuff in your pockets. Now, there's not much we can do about this situation. You can see somewhat of a discoloration. If you do notice that, your best bet is to try not to go towards that line. And that's going to be a hard thing for a lot of people, even me, is that as soon as you see that, you're kind of looking at it, and guess what? You look where you want to go, and if you're looking at it, you're going to go towards it. So the best thing you can do is notice it with your focus, and as soon as you recognize that, it's like, okay, cool, and then you're going to go off and look over to the left side, look through the turn like you typically would, and then maneuver yourself kind of away from that. There's not much you can do. This is a terrible situation, and here's the thing, a car can handle this easily, because guess what? If you lose a little bit of traction on one tire, you got 3 more to pick up the slack. On a bike, if you lose that front tire or even that rear tire, you're going to have a bad day. Hopefully be able to recover, but that's not what happened here. So make sure you guys are fully geared. Make sure you have good situation awareness, and you're staying focused on where you need to go, and then don't look at these things, but still try to recognize that's a hazard. Let's move on, okay? With that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll be seeing you around.